Okay, we're starting Open Space Committee workshop meeting on 2 on January 31st, 2024. And we're being videoed. All right. We're here to talk about this Central Mass Regional Planning Commission map that was made in December for us, with a lot of the new biomap for habitats and critical natural landscapes on it. So the critical is more important than the core. The core is the priority one, and critical is the larger region. I gave Matt my map that I cross-hatched all the, so, there's definitely, you were listing people that you thought lived on some of these, which would be people we would need to contact.
Well, I figured it might help prioritize, maybe, depending on where they fall and what they could be added to.
Yeah. See, this is, this Beagle Club and
Yeah, and then
Filch.
has this like from here over, so that's the dividing line.
Yeah. And is that
She owns.
pool in hers? The Vernal Pool? The end of
Yes.
Royal Crest?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so that's,
So that would move that up my priority for sure. Actually, this whole swath, I mean, if you look at it, you've got, this is Douglas State Forest, and then there we go.
Yep,
Connect right all over to Keegan.
to our
Our
property
property.
over here.
Yes.
Yeah, and, this one over here that we were talking about on Hemlock Street, but who knows what's going on with that. I mean,
So-
this could be a swath, this should be a swath as well, for just habitat tracking. Hey, Lisa. Hello. It's warm in here, you look like you're overdressed.
Well, some places it's cold.
Critical is light green, so is this light green underneath
Right, so
all
the
of this? Okay.
core is the inside of the critical. The core is like the belly button of the stomach, you know,
So the core is more
more important. Right.
Okay, so that's the darker green.
But, in some cases, it's also like, maybe unknown, or some of these over here. Yeah, I wish I had maps.
Oh, where you,
Yeah, cross-hatched it, but you can basically see where it would be, just because this is chapter land, is the orange, so.
So if there's chapter land over the green,
Yeah, it blocks it out, yeah. The core is what we want really to look at. It probably extends, right from, just because this piece might not be under 61, it doesn't mean that this piece isn't core.
right, that's what I'm saying, is you
Yeah.
go under it. It looks like it does because you can see a little edge here, a little edge here too, so
Yeah.
it's almost like it's this whole thing.
on my laptop.
Do you want me to see if Matt's there, and he's got the one that's cross-hatched, and we can see it when it's both?
Yes.
Back.
Can move over here and we can sprout too.
gonna take it personally.
Well, I'm trying to stay away. My husband has a cold and I don't have it yet, but I may be carrying, so I'm staying away from everybody.
He's got a cold. He's on the mend. He's such a problem child.
Oh my God. You have no idea. Helpless and sick. Ugh.
Is he better though?
Yeah, he's doing good. He's only got this week and next week, and then he can start rehab. So,
All right.
to me, that went by fast. Not
Yep.
so much to him.
So what did we decide we're looking for?
Let's go get that other map that she had given to Matt, that she had marked up with, because we're trying to figure out exactly where.
He'll be, he's on the phone and I'll bring it down when he's off.
Okay.
So we're gonna pick one parcel at a time?
Well, let's do this quadrant right here. This is all
Kowski.
Sherburne, right? New
Yeah,
Sherburne?
right.
Is it all New Sherburne? This over here too? I didn't get to.
No, it's also the guy who has problems with New Sherburne that made up the warrant for about only 5
So is
houses
that
a
him
year.
over here next to Chase?
He's on both sides of the road.
Okay.
He owns over by the pond and over on the other side.
But we're basically looking at South Street to Pine Street to Southeast Main, right?
Mhm.
So let's
That
call
area.
this area right here
Even include
block
that.
block 1.
Okay. Except this
Come on, call
actually,
it block 1 right from here down, from Pine Street down.
Pine Street down.
yeah,
Okay.
because, yeah, I think it's good.
Call this number 1.
So, yeah.
So what are the attributes in this that we have? We've got core habitat, which covers probably pretty much most of
Yeah, this whole thing
This whole
is.
middle.
Yeah.
thing is core, and then we got core down here also.
We got some potential vernal pools below Perry Street.
Yeah, and across the way too.
Oh, yeah.
Areas that are,
Oh, no, but it's more likely to be more critical habitat, I guess.
And a vernal pool in front of me.
But it's right, well, it's already in a house lot though, so I guess.
yeah, there's not much that we can do.
2 vernal pools per house lot and a wetlands, yeah. That must have been a bargain. Hi, Matt. Do you have this map with the cross hatching on it?
I do.
Oh,
yeah.
that's what we really, thanks. That will be the best. And then I might even take it farther and just show what lot belongs to what person. You know, block in like Petro, I forget what his name is.
Yeah, like what I was
Justin.
doing up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
With this, around Makowski Drive there, and then there's another block right above the street there, that's core habitat, right?
I thought it was open space, municipal, right? Right on either side. Great, thank you. You want this, do you want this one to play with? It's-
Sure.
I circled something, but otherwise it's free of all marking. I got here just in time. So I think if we paid $300 for these maps? I'm not sure. That's what the budget, I get this budget from every once in a while. It's like 300, and I'll only add one. Try it at home.
This color here, right below the Makowski Drive green, is that,
If that's like a pea green, the light green is municipal.
no, but I'm talking about the habitat, the biomap colors.
That's the core.
that's
Core, right?
core,
Yeah.
and that's
And the lighter green is natural landscape,
Critical.
Yes.
Yep.
critical natural landscape. Okay.
So basically, that whole quadrant is critical. and then there's pods of core in it.
Right, okay.
And this, actually, this whole, what I crosshatch is like, when it's both, this whole area is both.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
See, look at all this?
that's what got goofy on this one.
He's folding it. Yep.
So we've got core and critical. We also have, one of the priorities that we have
Thank you.
is,
The vernal pools?
identify, protect, priority protection areas critical to preserving private water supply wells in the area of high risk. In this, brook, Green Brook was identified as a.
Right. Yeah, in the master plan as a, yeah, something to,
But there's also some kind of a, possible, well,
right, that was across the
Right.
street. I think that was on the left side, on the west side of Orange Street down at the lower area. Maybe just these maps show that stuff? I should have got the map, I should have got the.
I wonder if I have some of those.
Community groundwater well, yeah, there was two. Transient, non-community, public water supplies, right here. There's this one.
Yeah.
These maps are so small for me.
Yeah, this one,
So it's by the brook. That's how you're gonna protect the property. These two right here.
That's up,
Somewhere's up in here.
that's on 96, huh?
this is water resources, isn't it?
There
It's
was some-
different.
there was something over here, I thought at the base of Perry that was
Oh, here.
possible well site. Yep.
And this is medium yield. This is, so these are I think.
Oh, aquifers.
Yeah.
So
That's what I
the
meant.
blue is.
The blue is the watershed, the Clear River, this is
Annual report.
5 Mile.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Just
Great.
need to fill it out.
Thanks.
You condensed, all we did was a paragraph?
Yeah, that's,
I know. Well, they did it though. That was, I know. Next year I'll do it.
I really just kind of
Yeah,
copied
took from
what
last
you
year.
did from last year, and I
Yeah.
updated that you administered the grant.
Yeah, and that we had the right people on board.
Yeah.
Yep, that's okay. Yep, no, if I wanted to chalk it up, I would've.
Kathy, this, see this right here? This is a aquifer, right on the line.
Right.
Do you have this one too? Right below Jake Pond.
Yep, no.
So it's hidden
Yep,
some
that's-
of,
yep. And this is a good one too. It's got all these 100-year and all these circles. This is another.
So even though this one,
so that medium yield aquifer hits. So that's the stream, actually in between the two streams, are there two streams here?
yeah, so it's not, it's in critical natural, but I don't think it's not in core, but this needs to be protected.
Somewhere it hits the New Sherburne property from here.
Yeah.
And some of other property. Okay. Let's do a freehand here.
So it's the runoff from Chase Pond, which is the runoff from Baiting Pond.
But then at the, but this is an underground aquifer, underground water source.
Yeah, South Street. And it turns into Round Top. It runs right into Round Top. It's kind of where Tinkerville Brook comes in right at the line.
Yep.
Runs right behind a trailer park. A trailer park.
So this is a medium field.
But I think according to this, I don't think we have any, oh, no, we do have, we have a high yield off of, we have a high yield off of, that's it, up at West Street. That's, I think, where one of the water stations is. But then we have, the only medium is where we have, that's already protected by, I think, the water district.
That's okay, this one right here it goes into this chapter.
This is an interesting one.
Yeah.
This is chapter 61 property and hits this chapter 61 property.
Yeah, I need to label.
Color magic markers.
I know, I thought about bringing colored pencils. If the kindergarten was still upstairs.
You'll be all set. Okay, so other high priority things, water supply, wildlife corridors, and
Oh, so wildlife corridors, I think, maybe we talked about that a little bit once, but, the ability to connect around top, anything that's, right, that has contiguous possibilities with over the line is a priority.
This is a good map because it shows the flood map boundaries. But the 100-year floods are now 50-year floods, right? Or 5-year floods.
Every other week floods.
Right. So they should at least be protected for that, for this amount permanently.
And let's see what else in this block one. Wildlife corridor, so also recreational opportunities.
So we already have, oh no, we said the Pine Street.
Keeping.
No, I can't remember, is the keeping property is above Pine Street, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So we
But
could
still,
do that. But it's, yeah.
Yeah, we could just say connection to north of Pine. We need access to the conservation area on Mikowski Drive, which is wet all along that street there.
In Uxbridge, is that Shoggalog up by Linden Street, or is that? No, I'm just trying to think.
Shoggalog comes, yeah, it's, up here.
This way. Yeah. if we had,
That's the river that starts here. No.
yeah, I think it was, I don't think that's Bukowski. Or not. No, this says his name.
Mr. And so this is conservation, this little,
Yeah,
and then the little triangle, and then this.
but that's closer to, Shoggalog. So is there any?
There's some connections to Bukowski right now.
Okay.
Well, I mean, with the, if we needed to direct a path through to this more intense, you know, the core down here south of Mikowski, I don't know if this lot here has a house on it that has the 2 vernal pools and the swamp on it, but somebody that's a house on it.
So in theory,
It'll be
is
cut through.
Is there a way to connect, like, any wellhead protection, if we use that as a future water source? And be able to do some kind of trail over to the conservation property? Going east? Excuse me.
Where are you starting at?
At Perry and Orange, that corner down there at Perry and Orange, where the water,
Oh, the aquifer?
The aquifer, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Aquifer. Because then you'd have this core, I don't know, somehow with the core habitat over to Mikowski Drive. Or, we'd have to look at what it looks like, but.
We don't even know who owns that land. See the vernal pools on Perry, halfway along? If there was no house lot in there, if there was no house in that lot, I would think that it would be a good cut through to get to the back area for those vernal pools. And maybe, you know, cut across to Mikowski somehow.
Surprised with all the wetlands and the 2 pools, they were able to even build anything.
Well, there was a
know if
lot, we
there's-
don't know if that was actually built on, I guess.
I mean, this has houses on it, and some have houses, and this one doesn't look like it has a house.
Trying to picture Perry Street,
But
it's right around the
that's,
corner.
this is older.
Alright, so this is the list of things I've got for this quadrant 1 right here.
Mhm.
It's got core habitat, critical natural landscape, we've got Greenbrook, water supply from the old master plan. There's a medium yield aquifer. Chase Pond, Chase.
Yeah, from
So-
Chase Pond, yeah.
So, wildlife corridors, connects to Round Top, recreational opportunities, and there's a vernal pool.
Yeah. What, can we list some recreational, climbing trees, recreational
Well, no,
opportunities?
recreational opportunities is that
Just walking,
it's
nature.
Trails,
Right,
hiking,
right.
whatever, that's
Right.
just, it's.
It's one of the things that can be developed in that.
Right.
Passive recreation.
Mhm.
So those are the things that would be preserved. All right, so number 2, do we want to go right above it?
Yeah.
From Downs Road to Pine?
Yep.
Put this Pine. This will be number 2.
I think in one of these, I think there's conservation land at the very top of Downs Road there off Briarwood Circle, there's a little piece, but
Yeah.
it's a tiny little lot that's not really that accessible.
But it should be included because you never know.
Okay.
Oh, Love Downs.
It's
oh,
off
yeah.
Briarwood Circle Conservation Area.
Yeah. So I can go from Main Street to the Snap. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
We'll just go up to here, so I'll add that. We'll have to color it in on the map.
Piece these together and continue it right on through. It's not necessarily.
Alrighty, so, in this one here, we do have conservation property existing.
So, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna interrupt since I found this, but,
Go ahead.
so the parcel off of Perry with the 2 vernal pools
Yep.
does not appear to have a house,
Yep.
but the parcel to the west of it wraps around it.
I don't know if you
Oh,
can.
Yeah.
yes, yep, I can
Yeah.
see that, yep.
So,
It's landlocked.
yeah,
Well, it's, maybe an easement along the back line there that they don't use on their property line.
that's a good idea. Except it goes to a point, so we'd also have to get an easement from the next one too.
Yeah, what's the next group there? I don't even know.
They both have houses at the roadside.
That would be interesting, just as a town taking for science projects and the sake of, whether, and Perry Street is kind of like a trail, you just stay on the trail.
Well, we could see if, it looks like the wetlands are only on the west side, so, maybe, yeah, that could be a future possibility, is to use that as the access and then get an easement.
What number is that?
That's 9 on the map, parcel 9.
Existing conservation property.
There wasn't any, I don't think there was any core up here.
No, it's all vertical. So,
More vernal pools too. But our priority there would be to get access to Pine Street through the Keven property?
let's say access to Vine.
Vine, sorry.
Vine, because you've got Kevin Lighthouse property.
Right.
Chapter. It's 79 acres on the side that abuts Keven property, and then 88 acres on the other side. I don't know if he owns this too. I didn't get that far to check that.
This all the way up to Bating Pond. I think it might be somebody else.
No, this is two separate. He
owns
goes
his
all
whole
the way
block.
to-
Yeah.
There's a separate, this piece right here is what
Okay.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's his. It might be.
Hey Bob, how you been? All right, you avoiding the play? No,
Which one? Is that Bating?
It's Jesse Work, Bourque, 16 acres. There's actually show on the Mass GIS map, there's a roadway up to about here, Brown something road. So I don't know if they're planning on more houses in here,
Right.
but right now, that is under chapter 61. So priority on these, expand the Kevin.
Easements.
Across the street.
What's it? No, they're thinking of, they usually park in here for the taxi.
Too bad.
Exactly.
Let's see. Also be,
Yeah, I think that's our, yeah.
vernal pool up here.
Well, potential, none of these have been certified, right?
Right, there's only one, I think that's certified, and that's way out there. And that was Steve Forst that is on here, Walmley.
How does it get certified?
They've seen
Process.
critters.
You have to, you can, it's like a checklist that you can get from DEP or somewhere. And you could look for indicator species like fairy shrimp and salamanders and stuff like that. And then you can submit them. I think they might come out and double check.
So we get the tree frogs, we can rack it on the spring and the pool in front of us. Man, is it a huge pool right now.
Yeah, everybody's got a vernal pool in their yard this year. Oh, I gotta leave, my pen just ran out of ink. This is my tax money. Douglas, no.
So this chapter 61 properties over here would definitely be a wildlife corridor too. Even
Yep, Baiting Brook over, because that's really what's feeding Chase Pond and everything else. That's way down and about, and this, I don't know what this brook is. There's a
this
lot
one
of
doesn't tie
wetness
into
down there.
anything right there, so.
Yeah,
I don't know whose this is.
but I mean, if this was something that we could, tap into, that would be interesting too,
Can't connect to this
Get
with
to
this.
this,
There's one
yeah.
person in the middle. Alrighty.
You want to make another quadrant, or you want to keep going this way?
We're pretty much got what we did over here. Got wildlife corridor, expand trail system from Keven. Let's see, so lot number 3. Would that be from Walnut Street, Walnut to Chestnut down this section here?
Yeah, I don't think these two belong in the same one. So either or.
Yeah. I'll make this number.
South of Chestnut, number 3.
Yep.
all the way over to South Street, I guess.
Yes.
So you can see there's a vernal pool right on Hemlock Street, which is
Sorry, what did you say, Walnut to
south of Chestnut. So, yeah,
Walnut,
Walnut, Chestnut,
Chestnut.
Wallam, and
Okay.
south. Which a lot of it is Jane, the tree, bird, lady bird, and lady woods.
So this is both bio and critical. I know there's some trails in this property too.
In the, really? Here?
Yeah.
I don't have that. There was some map we did for the plan and it had trails up there. I think roads on it, trails.
Yeah, this is just, I only know it's because way back when Winter Street,
Yep.
I rode through there down into Rhode Island and then over up in this area here. Before this was, and also across. So
Okay.
over here and played.
Buxton Road ran right.
Yep.
Yeah. Is this the one? Anybody ever?
That's all right.
Some of these have, like, this one here, put H on it, because this H right here, there's a house there. There's a house on this one. The Tom, SW1ERS, there's a house in the front here.
Yeah.
But that's 2 lots, because he's got another, this is another 54 acres back here.
Mhm.
No house on that one.
Mhm.
And then, David Lombardi,
Mhm, on
46 acres,
Hemlock.
but there's a house there, but, which I think the access to the driveway is this little.
Off Hemlock, right?
Yeah.
Yep, I know the name.
Yep. One's with the houses and one's without, it also is a good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll look at that one there. Okay.
So here. Maybe more like local recreation opportunities.
Like making trails.
And there's
There's no inroads or.
no connections here to much of anything else. There's a lot more pools.
Yeah.
Because this is all undeveloped.
We also call them parks or wildlife preserves or.
Well, so if we come out, you know, our favorite exit from Chestnut Street.
Here?
Yeah, and then across
Oh,
from
yes,
that,
that
right?
connects from here to here. Yes, you're right.
But
Yep.
I think there's probably a house on there somewhere, but that could be a.
There's a house on the little lot to the,
Oh, this one?
yeah, the house is there.
Okay.
Because this guy owns this property too.
Yep.
The house is there and that's open. But there's also
Yep.
definite wetlands there.
Yeah.
Well, that's still part of the brook system, I think.
Could be
I guess the brooks don't really get on there.
possible connection to.
Yeah, and where Tinkerville runs in, there's a few, there were house for sale signs and stuff like that, so. And lot for sale right where the brook passed through.
How did you get these maps without brooks on them? Oh, this one doesn't do it either.
It's so hard to show everything on one map.
Really?
Good connection. Actually,
All right, so here's Tinkerville makes this, you know, where we picked it up, and then it goes to Chestnut, and then it sort of makes a U turn, and then runs down towards Rhode Island, so like, anyway, we could maybe stick along the brook as a trail?
yeah, that's why I put possible.
Yeah.
Possible connection.
Cool.
Yep.
On paper it's there, on real life we don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, I think, I've looked at some map recently and it said that the town owned a little piece on Chestnut right where Tinkerville crosses, on the south side of Chestnut. And I've seen signs for sale back there and whatnot, but interesting piece
On the south side?
of Chestnut where it crosses.
Plan of the assessor's map. So yeah, so actually block 3 will connection to block 4. With the Tinkerville, I didn't even see that. I just, that connection tied from here all the way up to here.
Mhm.
Wouldn't that be nice to tie from here up to here to the Beagle Club, Bobby Dudley's and State Forest?
Wouldn't that be awesome?
There you go.
That would be awesome.
There already
Write
is
that
a
down.
trail there. It's where the people from the Beagle Club are stealing wood from Bobby Dudley and bringing it back down there, so we put barbed wire up.
I know, I remember I used to
Yeah.
ride with Sally Hill through Bobby
Yeah.
Dudley's property, up by the fire station, come up in
Yeah,
here.
right behind my house, yeah.
Come out up at here and back.
Yeah.
People have no respect, they have to be shot. So we can make this quadrant 4. Connection,
So Buffalo,
So 4 is north of Walnut.
okay.
north of Walnut to, we'll just say
To the
the summit.
river.
Hang a
Yeah.
left at the muskrat.
You don't want to go all the way up to Main Street? Not the muskrat. Be another time.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Connection to
Where hitchhikers with malls.
Okay, that's.
Oh, things falling from trees.
That was the best ever sidewalk. Well, I don't know, though, it's kind of tied with the Black Lagoon.
Okay, so block 4. So connection to 3. 3.
You could just come out my driveway. Yeah. My husband made that.
Did they finalize that purchase on Walnut Road?
The signs.
I'm still waiting to find out, to get the new supervisor.
Mm.
Yeah, I know.
Because I suppose I could have touched base with the guy in land purchasing. Just go to him direct.
Sean.
I should do that.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen it come up in the listing. Sometimes like in the Tribune, they'll have,
Yep.
I haven't
Yep.
seen it, but like, time.
That could be slow, yeah.
Like I said, we're north of Walnut
to,
Snip.
The SNET, okay.
so we've got core and critical.
State.
Yep, that's a.
I can hardly tell these grains apart.
I know, there's so many other colors, I just don't know. And hatching, you know, just like dots and other things
Yeah.
rather than colors.
Yep. I kind of figure the Beagle Club is gonna be around
Mm-hmm.
for, I don't think that's going anywheres.
And Dudley assured me that he would never sell. I mean, yeah,
Yep. But what happens when he passes?
his daughter.
Yeah.
Well, but she might not. Yeah, she said, "Don't worry, Daddy, I'll run up." Yeah, oh, that nice, yeah, BMW just drove by.
Once you make plans for that,
Mm,
he will be a really good one to follow up with.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Bob Dudley, or was it Joe?
Robert.
What are the chances we can get the state to buy it?
Yeah, there's supposedly a cemetery in there we never were able to find.
Mary's property, whatever she's gonna.
All right. The logging, that, it just, you know, when everything was flooded, I drove across there and the road was closed at Tinkerville Brook Crossing.
Yeah. I believe it.
Same down here, Chestnut Street at Tinkerville Crossing was,
It's too, so much water.
whether it was closed at one point or whatever, there were barriers around. So that's, you know, something to take note of and bring up as for fuel for issues,
Recent
flooding,
flooding.
yeah. Which, you know, as Lisa said, well, she did take a lot of trees out of there.
So was it
Suck up the
flooding
water.
on Walnut Street?
Mhm. Yeah, right where we parked.
Yeah, of course. It's really high. There's a lot of water. I don't know what we're gonna do in springtime.
Yeah, drown.
Really.
Get your kayaks patched.
Okay, let's see.
So,
Definite wildlife corridor.
Sorry. Hello?
What's this white piece right here?
It's on.
Oh, that's Muskrat Pond.
Yeah. So you can just make a little nose at the end and an eye up here and a couple of ears on the top. It'll look like a muskrat head.
that's what someone I know picked up on just southwest Maine, at that first brook right after the stop sign. Lynn Millette picked up a dead Fisher cat there to bring home. But, so it was
she
hit by a
pickup
car.
truck?
Hmm?
Was she in a pickup truck? Was she in a
A
pickup
white
truck?
pickup truck.
I was behind her because I was wondering why that truck was stopped.
Yeah.
Because I was coming from Thompson, Connecticut. And I thought that somebody was broken down.
Yeah.
So when I finally passed, I saw that Fisher cat
Mhm.
right there. I'm like, good sized Fisher cat
Yeah,
too.
yeah. She's like, great coat.
Yep.
She's like, I visited her, she's like, oh my God, I was out there.
Possible recreational opportunities.
Yep.
Connection to state forest.
Plus it's mainly core habitat.
that one corner there, so. All right, block 5, Kozlak.
Yeah.
So this is not to the end of the road, to the end of the map, top of the map?
Nope, I'm actually gonna do Kozlak's too.
Yeah, I mean the top of the map though, I mean,
Across the road.
yeah.
They're on both sides of the road, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know if that's Kozlak all the way around over here or not, that I don't know. I'd have to look, right?
Yeah, that might be, the idle Rubinite. part.
Rubinite, yeah. I'll have to look, but
Yeah.
at the very least, this here, let's see, we've got core and critical.
Yep. Is it critical? Is it core?
Yes,
Oh, I see, yeah, on the south side, yeah.
yep. Connection to the state forest.
I wouldn't say necessarily recreation in the granite quarry back there.
No, but it's a historical,
Yeah.
it's a point of interest.
Part of the cultural landscape.
Yep.
Potential vernal pool.
Yeah.
And there's those are working hay fields up in there too, not all of it, but there's working hay fields. So that's a agricultural,
Yeah.
that would be very good to save. So I don't know if we have that in our priority things. Maybe look for that,
Well, that's the
And it's also-
CPA too, it's gonna be historic and,
Yep.
all the different housing.
and it's a different type of habitat for wildlife as opposed to the woods.
Right, more for foxes and.
There's a tiny bit of maybe prime soils, but otherwise it's moderately well drained, which isn't bad. Plus you've got the barn, which is sort of the cultural, scenic, cultural.
Yep.
Just see who owns that and. That district.
Here's another one too. This is
Yeah,
hay fields.
Downs, yeah.
So there's another agricultural. I mean, it doesn't connect to anything, but it's still,
Right. Is there fields up there?
acres,
Yeah.
I think.
I thought it was woods back there.
field still on this side right here. And the rest of it, I think, is getting, where this little pond is, I think that in the back there it was, but it's getting
Right,
overgrown.
down, yeah. That's right, dropped down. There who I bought my land from. Mine was a hayfield.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it's, when you put it in an area with so many, you know, it's like a small scale recreation, you know?
Mhm.
like something like that. There's no real habitat to protect there or whatever.
Yeah, but is it
Just, it would be field bird type habitat.
Mhm. Right,
Sea
which
birds as
is,
opposed to woodlands.
yeah. Yeah, well, I drove through Worcester today and I'm like, why do these people live this way? You know, there's not a patch.
That's why this is so important for us to go by quadrant, you know, by quad, and then say, okay, in the future, this could be a park, or this could be
Yeah,
some kind of or just open space.
yeah,
Where
yeah.
people can stay healthy.
yeah. That tree can grow there. So last region, 6 in the corner here.
We'll get up to there.
Yeah.
Okay, we can get number 6.
There's a few vernal pools in that section.
Yeah, potential. It's been a couple of years certifying them all.
11, 12.
Send up a flare. Where the hell am I?
That's my sign of spring when the frogs come to.
That's your, is that your vernal pool, that one right there?
It's right in front of my house. This
Yeah.
is my lot right
Oh,
here.
yeah,
So it's the lot that I share the driveway with.
yeah.
And it's right in front of them, except now it's all the way, now it's all the way in front of my
Yeah.
house. And
Yeah. It's a vernal pond. Vernal lake.
and then the pond that was way in the woods behind me is huge now.
Yeah.
You didn't even used to be able to see it, and now it's like right there. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's something that runs across, a brook that runs across Linden.
This is the piece that's up for sale right now, isn't it, A&R?
This, yeah,
Yeah.
well, this, no, not A
No, wait,
and
no.
R. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
There's 2 pieces for
Because
sale
they
up
come
here.
to us for,
This, yeah, well,
There's-
it came up one time, and then now Paul Blumet's land is for sale in there, and she's this chapter 61.
And then I think this is the one that I brought that was like $700,000 or something.
You bought that, didn't you?
I wish.
Yeah, and then there's an owner
And there's an
alone in
opening
there
onto
too.
the-
yes.
There's like an opening onto
And then
the
there's
street.
open space.
Right.
Yeah.
Or conservation.
So this chapter 61 might be kind of a moot point right now.
Well, I did talk to Brandon and Assessor. He said that, which is odd, I don't know how it actually, we just did the whole thing about chapter 61, and then he said to me that he thinks that a homesteader is buying it and will keep it in chapter 61. And Lisa said, you need to take it out of chapter 61 and put it back in chapter 61, or he can't just switch it from her chapter 61 to his chapter 61.
Unless it's a family member, I thought.
Right.
Well, when we bought that piece off of the railroad bed, that was in chapter 61, and it wasn't taken out and put back in. I just filled,
Just shifted it.
yeah,
So maybe
I just
that is
filled out the
case.
application to,
But it still has to come before the town the town needs to decide if it wants to exercise its right. And if it does not, then the person purchases it and can keep it under chapter 61. But because it's a change of ownership, I believe it still can come before the town.
we didn't do that for some reason.
For what parcel?
It's right off the railroad bed.
Of
That 70
Depot?
that one that I walked with you,
Oh, yeah.
that piece right there, that was chapter 61, and we kept it in 61.
We
So
gotta
the
go
town,
talk
so
to
it
him.
never came up
We have to
before
go
the
talk to
town?
him.
Right.
That doesn't,
Maybe it doesn't have to if you're gonna keep it.
no, but but you're a like organization. Right, it wasn't, I need to go
Wasn't
talk to him,
personal.
because if this changes ownership, according to what we have in the policy, that means
We get
that
a shot at it.
the current owner has to notify the town and go through the process. If the town refuses or doesn't assign, then the new owner
Do what they want.
can file for chapter 6, keep it under chapter 61. That's my understanding.
I'll have to go look at our paperwork. It just seems like I filled out paperwork. And it ended up going into, under our Bay State Trail Riders, and it was okay.
Yeah. But that's an
I don't know if it's 'cause
organization
it was
versus an
yeah, I think
individual. I
that could
don't-
be a difference there.
So we'll go talk to the assessor and find out.
So if the land trust buys a property that's in 61,
Yeah, I don't think it goes before the town.
yep. So maybe it's because it's a nonprofit.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
I'll have to talk to him.
Yep, so I mean, he'd probably say the same thing to you.
No, because remember there was recently somebody who was saying that, or over here, and they wanted to subdivide or whatever, and it was to a family member.
Right.
So you can do that with a
Right.
lot, and it goes to the
Right.
family member without,
Right.
yeah, that doesn't.
Well, we'll see if it comes up before us when she does sell.
Well-
If she gets it offer.
So, this is a little off topic, but it prompts me to say, we did the policy, and then what happened to it? Has it circulated to the different departments? I don't know. So, because, that has some potential.
Yeah, especially since it's got the owner unknown and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's close to the, close to existence.
And, let's see.
What's the other big rectangle of
I know, at the border there at the top
top of
of the
view? From both sides of the view, was that,
Oh, in the corner, Cove?
is that Cove?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe White Court as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that's over near their Beagle Club over there, right?
Yeah. Or that could be the Beagle Club, actually.
Right.
Right,
I think
White
it
Court,
is,
that's
yeah.
the Beagle Club. The other, not the Beagle Club, the,
Whitensville,
Rotten Gun.
Rotten Gun.
yeah.
I didn't get that far, but we're just starting.
That's okay, it's not just your job. No, I like the idea of labeling, I'm gonna do that, definitely. It's just I'm putting pictures up the wall of my hall. How many card tables can you set up in a house? That's what I'm- All right, so, we could think about Cove, well, that's, if it's a Beagle, people aren't shooting so much anymore, though, they're just going down there to drink, right?
There's a lot of shooting there. We hear it sometimes,
Yeah.
so,
That's, yeah,
Oh, I hear them all the time, yeah.
yeah, and I've got the Blackstone right behind me. More so.
Is this the farm? Is this Douglas Orchard and Farm? Right here? Must be.
No, they're not even in. They're not in the 61. Yeah,
That's them, I think.
Yeah,
It's the only
right.
piece that looks big enough.
yeah, I thought you were pointing to a 61, yeah.
No.
Yeah, which is odd, but that's not
So
under
it backs up
chapter
to that
61.
land, so that'd be interesting that a homesteader
Mm.
starts a little farm there.
Right up. Veggie corner.
Or under the farm, so.
He said homesteader,
homesteader.
but yeah.
You have to, but you have to find out.
Almost, I do. Someone who has a garden. I wonder what the vernal pool, I mean, you can, if someone has a cemetery in the middle of your property, you have to provide access to it for the public. What about a vernal pool?
Come on down my driveway.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, I think we've got, this one, so that's,
This must be the golf course here.
Blissful?
Yeah.
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 Well, that's brilliant. I don't know who this one is, do you? I didn't get, yeah.
no idea.
That's not 79U if that's for sale.
White, wait, no, where are you?
It's,
Oh, up above. Oh, I see, yeah.
yeah, you gotta visualize driving along. Oh, here goes the race. That's okay.
Was that in Bald Hill?
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
down
that's,
off of
yeah,
Bald Hill.
Bald Hill Road and then,
Yeah.
it's 215-7. Is the number. And it does connect to Bald Hill. Well, Bald Hill, no, I think it is. I think it's Seamus,
Yeah, Seamus is way in the back there.
Higgins.
This is saying,
yeah, okay, well, there's another, yeah, there might be a few pieces that all, there's 3 pieces that connect there.
saying Andrea and Harvey.
Let's read these.
Oh, it's before Bald Hill Farm Road. This isn't Bald Hill
Yeah,
Farm Road.
here's Bald Hill. See, this is the piece you're looking at. This-
Yes, yep, yep.
Here's Bald Hill up here.
Yeah, that's what. It's 188 U Street, so that belongs to Andrea and Harvey.
And not Andrea Ann Harvey, but Andrea Harvey.
Well, no, Andrea and Harvey, Ronda. That's his last name.
And the one above it is probably Seamus and Higgins.
Yeah, I think that is. I'm just trying to see what the acre this is.
And this one is Maliner.
Maybe 2 acres. There's a house on that.
There's no real connections on
Yeah, the one above it is, so
change.
that's chapter 61 also.
Yeah, and then this one is also chapter 61, but Lisa knows the values and
Yes.
if there's anything going on. See, if we had colored pencils.
Really?
What we spent on this, I could have colored them all, give them to me.
We could have just all colored them and then
Yep. Give us white ones to work with.
blank canvas.
We'll draw the streets on there, you know. That's what I used to be, drawing maps, I used to, they call it street straighteners, you know. Snap a line
So I
there.
can, write up our lists of, the positive things for each quadrant. I don't
Mhm.
know if I can take a screenshot and make that smaller to break out the quadrants.
Just a picture, yeah. That'd be cool.
And then what each one is.
You get the double whammy right there. Yeah.
And then what do we do with
3
it?
to 4, so.
Take
No,
it
but
to a
that- well,
conservation
it's,
meeting or something?
No, it gives us a
It
good
gives us-
idea.
Yeah, because
Targets.
we're supposed to prioritize the chapter
Right.
61 properties.
Right, it's a
So-
stepping stone.
Looking at this list, we could prioritize.
Mhm.
Like off the top of our head, I would say
Yeah.
this quadrant right here is number 1.
Right, because it's most threatened.
Yeah. And if I had to prioritize, I'd say number 1, I would say number 2. And after that, it's a,
Except how, you know, okay, we can say that's a valuable piece of property and we would like these different things, an easement here or an easement there, and, but, you know, at the same time, it doesn't belong to us.
No, but if it comes up, we have,
Evidence of,
and yeah, some history, some historical, that,
yeah,
yeah, not only was this a priority in the open space plan, but then we drilled down and we discovered that there could be these connections or this opportunity, and, you know, that we're not just scrambling at the last minute.
right, yep.
yeah, I did have a folder that I used to write back and forth to Tom Schwartz when he moved to Texas, who owned it before.
And so he wanted it preserved too.
Right, he wanted a bunch of horse properties in there, definitely, yeah. But, you know, we used to share these, like, things about,
So there's
Little
intent right there, which is not a bad idea for
Yeah.
right, that the
For the
original
arguments,
owner
yeah.
was really, you know, back in
wanted to preserve
'07.
it. Yep. It's good to keep all this stuff,
Yeah.
because that would be,
It'd be good to scan it so we can put it in the Dropbox. And thank you
There's
for
that
doing
big
that.
piece that's in the middle there that's owner unknown too, which really should be, I mean, it does cost money to go through the whole
you know,
legal
wasn't part of that
process.
was straightened out with this new Sherburne? I thought that got cut down to like here.
Yeah, okay,
I
yeah.
have to look. So I'm putting under number 1, former owner wishes.
Yeah, hoped for. I've
To
got letters from
preserve.
him that say, you know, that's,
Okay.
well, owners too. His wife,
Mhm.
sits up on the corner, probably won't want to live there for long.
Alright. Good point.
Very good.
Of course, you realize we're gonna need maps of all the other quadrants in town here to.
Well, maybe we can get
Blank
plain
ones.
ones. And I give everybody, I write out of my pocket, colored pencils, matching, same purple, matching purples.
Number 5s.
Yeah.
Number 6s.
Yeah, I really don't use coloring books that people give me.
Yeah, all right.
We good?
See, yeah, I
We're
guess
good.
so.
Move to adjourn?
Let's see.
Second? So moved.
No, I move.
All in favor? No, you're second. She moved.
Aye.
Aye.